Hello and good morning. It's still the 6th of August 2025. It's a Wednesday, and as you can see, if you watch my first video today, I'm still in the beautiful Dovedale, looking towards, that's actually Dovedale going up there. Thorpe Cloud is there with the very flat top. That's so recognisable around here. So yeah, I'm in the Southern Peak District, and absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to walk into the village of Ilam. So we'll just take a bit of a sweep around just to get a look at the beautiful countryside that is around here. Let's go on wide. And again, this is the very narrow country lane that I've just walked up, just to walk back down into the village. And there it is, there's a sign, Ilam, in the Staffordshire Peak District. So we are in the county of Staffordshire. So yeah, so let's take a nice little walk, leisurely walk into the village. It's just before 11 o'clock in the morning. The temperature's warming up a bit. I would guess, I forgot to have a look at the temperature, but I would say we're in the kind of high teens at the moment, and it's forecast to get up to kind of the low 20s today. So the low 20s are, and there we've got a cattle grid making that noise. So the low 20s are kind of the low 70s, low to mid 70s Fahrenheit. Very pleasant for walking. So yeah, so we might just have to stand in if traffic's coming along here into one of these little side areas, because this is a two-way lane. You can go up and down this lane. So yeah. So Ilam is a small village. In fact, I might even say it's a hamlet. But it's got I think it was an estate village, because it's attached to a place called Ilam Hall. Now, I don't know anything about the history of Ilam Hall, other than it's now a National Trust property, as I say, if you've watched my first video today, as is Dovedale. It's also a National Trust property. So again, just give you a lovely view of the wider landscape there. It is just gorgeous. And when there's no traffic, you can just hear the sheep, the cows, a little bit of bird song. You can look towards the hills over there and see some sheep on the hills. So absolutely delightful. That might be a good thumbnail there. Thorpe Cloud. You see if I can frame that up. Maybe not. I'm sure I'll get better thumbnails than that. The hawthorns are berrying up very nicely. as we come to the River Dove. There's a bridge over the River Dove. And there, if we just look across, we can see some properties in Ilam over there. Car coming. Just give you a view of the river while the car's there. And then a view this side as well. Lovely little picnic area there. See kids mainly at the weekend playing in the river. Absolutely delightful. So there you see Dovedale 3/4 of a mile. Oops, get off the road. So there is Ilam. Is it Ilam Cross? I think it's Ilam Cross. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, in a little while. But first, we'll just go down the river here. That way back out to Dovedale and Thorpe Cloud. Lovely. Some lovely little seating areas here. Lots of lovely berries on the mountain ash. The recent rain has been very welcome. Everything's greened up again very nicely after a very hot and dry summer this year. Just listening to the running water is so calming. It's just lovely. Now, what's special about Ilam is that although you do have traditional kind of stone cottages like that, English stone cottages, you can see over there some of the properties are very Swiss-like. So yes, this was built to a kind of almost a Swiss design. Got lots of sparrows there, all having a good feed. As soon as I zoom in, they all disappear. So yeah, and there's the entrance to Ilam Hall, so we'll go up there in a bit. So yeah, that's lovely. That could be a lovely thumbnail there. Oh yes. Oh yes, liking that. Now I just want to cross back over. We'll just give you a quick shot in the shady side of the Ilam Cross, because over here there is some information about the Ilam Cross. So again, please pause this as I just scan down. So it's got a Sheffield connection. And then also round here, Gothic Revival. So yeah, so that's the Ilam Cross. And there are a few seats here which I'm not going to bother really documenting. I think the more interesting side of the street is over here. Thumbnail after thumbnail. Wonder how much that's worth. That's going for. Some chickens there in the field. Oh, and of course we can actually come back across and see part of Ilam Hall over here. Diamond Jubilee bench there. Oh no, I think that's the church. I think that's the back of the church, but we will find out later on. Absolutely lovely. Look at this cute little well. Look at that, the roses round the door there. Let's wait for this car to go, for a couple of cars. That's just delightful. That is absolutely delightful. Lovely rose around the door there, absolutely beautiful. So, again we're looking towards the park, there's the entrance. But let's just go up and have a look at the school. So just zoom into that a little bit. These are nice. Orchard view. Little bird bath there. Look at the plane, the Dam Buster Lancaster there. Fantastic. Love that. Love that. Their dreams became your tomorrows. All they would ask is that you should never forget what they gave. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so here is the school. There's a little primary school there. Absolutely delightful. With a little spire there. Nice to see quite a few butterflies on the buddleia there. Yeah. Okay. So let's just turn around and have a look back to where we've just come from. And I don't know if I go all the way up here, can't read what it says on that little sculpture there, so let me zoom in. Hopefully I can read that. So, I thought you might be able to go down there. Can you go down here? Yes, you can. Just to go on a different route than just staying on the road there. Let's go wide angle again. Isn't that just delightful? That could be a thumbnail. Absolutely, that could be a thumbnail. Look at that. Oh, swift went in. Oh, look at that. Swift coming in and out there. Absolutely fantastic. So, footpath to Ilam Hall along here. Dovedale House. Access only to Dovedale House. Tea rooms. Yes, I'll have to, I'm going to have an early lunch, I think. What time are we on? Well, this is now, is it 20 minutes that? 20 minutes long, started just before 11, so it's heading towards 11:30. Now, arguably the best view in this whole location comes sat outside the manifold tea rooms at Ilam Hall, and that's where we're heading now. What a glorious day. And it's actually forecast to warm up again over the weekend, and certainly for the southern part of the UK, which mainly is most of England. It's forecast some good weather over the weekend, with temperatures rising again. I'm quite happy for temperatures to be around about the high teens, low 20s. Especially when I'm doing these videos. Don't think that's public. Yeah, this lovely stonework here. Just look at all this lovely local stone. So, you know, the buildings fit so comfortably in the environment. Look at the size of those pines there. What a fantastic landscape. Look at that view there. That's probably the vicarage. Wowzer. In fact, let me just zoom in to Thorpe Cloud. Such an iconic feature in the landscape in this part of the world. It's almost like a volcano, but it's not, so we're not at any risk of any volcanic eruptions here. Now, I don't think I'm going to go into there yet. I may shoot another video later on this afternoon if the weather stays fine, and go around the church, and hopefully if the church is open, to have a look inside. Some really old trees around here. can tell it's the it's the 6 weeks holidays because of all the entertainment that's out for the kids. Let's go through this their kissing gate. I can't remember what they call that. So there is Ilam Hall. If you want to know more about the history of Ilam Hall, I may be showing you a few boards, a few notice boards. Alternatively, just Google Ilam Hall and I'm sure you can find lots of information on the internet. Ribbon maze, okay, that's clever. Summer of play. Let's just zoom in along there because that's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. YHA, Youth Hostel Association, I think that is. Don't think we're going to go in because I think it might be a bit of a museum, but yeah. A quick look at the ceiling. Beautiful. Look at that. Lovely. Looks like that's a kind of rear entrance to the cafe. So toilets along there. Build a castle. That's quite good. Build a castle. From some of the chopped wood that they've taken down on the estate. And more playthings over there, which I don't think we'll go over. Oh, it looks like a new cafe that's open. Coach House Cafe. Okay. And then that's the main hall there, with, as you can see in the distance, Thorpe Cloud over there. So yeah, that's quite gorgeous. And then we've got some manifold tea rooms up here. Mole hole, okay. So there's the tea rooms, and this is the sitting out area. Just beginning to build up.
You want something to eat?
And this is the absolutely stunning view from the sitting out area. Luckily this is only temporary, so but if I just zoom in, it looks like something out of The Sound of Music. It really does. That church there looks so kind of Swiss. It's just absolutely beautiful. In fact, I think I'll just wander back down, just get another view from that terrace. Oh, we've got a nice veg garden up there. That looks lovely.
Oh, what's up with you?
There's the view. Absolutely amazing. Just going to finish off on this terrace here because we've got some lovely Rudbeckia and some lovely grasses in the foreground here. So shame we've not got something planted in that central area, but that does look absolutely gorgeous. And then the river dove down below. I feel like bursting into song. The hills are alive with the sound of music. But I shall desist. So again, just do another sweep with the lens on standard. So if you've enjoyed this walk today, again, please do all the good things. I'm going to get a little bit of early lunch now, and hopefully I will do a third video around the wider estate and then maybe pop into the church as well. So from Ilam Hall and this stunning Staffordshire landscape, Staffordshire Derbyshire landscape, because we're on the border, I'll say bye for now. Bye for now.